I'm Elizabeth, and I'm a 59-year-old retired barrister and judge, and I'm going to tell you about my hypertension journey, which started when I was just 29 and pregnant with my first daughter, and I had consistently high blood pressure, ultimately culminating in me developing fulminating preeclampsia and nearly dying. I went on to have a second pregnancy that was also marred by gestational hypertension. But going forward from those periods, my blood pressure was never regularly monitored at all. Until I got to my late 30s, early 40s, when I started to have periods when I would get bad headaches or have some visual disturbance, and the concern was it was being caused by high blood pressure. I would go to my doctors, I would have it monitored there for a month or so, but once it had calmed down, would be sent on my way, and that would be the end of the discussion. But when I was 46, I collapsed because I'd had a massive subarachnoid brain hemorrhage and stroke, which had been caused by a ruptured aneurysm. That aneurysm had ruptured because I'd had high blood pressure. I wasn't expected to survive, and it was only because I had brain surgery and 2 aneurysms clipped that I stood any chance. But I was in a coma for 2 weeks, and when I came round, I was paralysed, severely cognitively impaired, and mostly blind. From that point on, my blood pressure became a priority, and it has been monitored probably most days in the last 13 years. I take medication and I use a home monitor, and before I go to bed I make sure it's within the realms of normality, whatever that might be for me, because clearly I don't know what's going on during the rest of the day. My stroke meant I was unable to return to work. I lost my career, I lost my income, and I've lost my sight and will always be mostly blind, which means I lose my independence and cannot drive. So joining a project such as this, which looks at blood pressure and the impact of blood pressure and how things can be monitored, is really important for me, because I don't want anyone else to go through what I've gone through. And I really hope that there is technology and developments in the medical world, which means that blood pressure can be monitored and people can be kept safe, because that's ultimately what we all deserve. Thank you very much.